I can't. I do it every time, but I can't do it.
Uh-huh.
Marcus, this is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah! It was like, it had so much stuff in it, right? Like it had like a romance, it had a bromance, it had like just musical numbers, it had action sequences, it had
that were better
everything you could
choreographed than
ask
most
for.
of what we get over here.
Hell yeah! The fight choreography was amazing. I haven't seen
Marcus.
that well done in a minute.
Yes.
This is one of those rare movies that actually brings that side of me out, where I want to yell at the screen and throw popcorn and just be really into the experience, because I have not had this much pure fun watching a movie in years. Expecting like the greatest fucking movie of all time, and it's just not going to deliver. RRR is exactly what I thought it would be, but so much more. Like, it has everything you could ever want if you're a fan of action cinema. But it's also far more heartfelt than I expected it to be, and it tugged at my heartstrings in various ways that I did not expect. The film also goes through a vast array of tonal shifts. I mean, we've got dance sequences, we've got bloody murder, we've got children being taken from their families, we've got kids being forced to kill loved ones, and we've got one of the best romances between two dudes I've ever fucking seen. They're in love, man, you know.
But anyway, that dude is handsome. My goodness, is he handsome. Like, and like, the introduction to him, that scene in this little compound that's getting overwhelmed, and he's just like, this British Raj guy, he's like, arrest that one man in particular in this crowd of riders, and everyone's like, what are you talking about? And Ram's just like, it will be done, and he just does it. I'm like, whew, like, just, yeah, really, really good. And if you've forgotten that the movie guy's, the main actor's name is Ram, and you've forgotten his surname, you're cooked, you're toast. It's like it's another Jackie Chan.
In this case, the cinematography was through the roof. The way how certain things were animated and how they just got these amazing sequences together with some of the musical numbers and some of the things that happened to some of the soldiers in the movie was just absolutely amazing. I really think that this movie hit the nail on the head, especially when it came to what the actual theme was, which I believe was abolishing racism. Not necessarily abolishing it, but kind of taking a stab at racism, because the English soldiers treated these Indians as, you know, just brown people, or brown buggers, as they said in the movie.
I'm going to switch over to talk about why this movie rules. RRR also stands for the star power behind this film. Rajamouli, Ram, and Rama Rao Jr. are Tollywood's beloved triple threat and are actually the biggest names in Tollywood cinema. Fans of Tollywood cinema have patiently been waiting to see the biggest names in Tollywood to star in a movie together, while also at the same time being directed by Tollywood's most influential filmmaker of all time. Think of it as Christopher Nolan making a movie starring Tom Cruise and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or something like that.
And the amazing part of this film is that it brought together three of the biggest stars of the Tollywood industry, which is Ram Chan, Rajamouli Jr., and Rajamouli. These three are the biggest names in Tollywood cinema. However, in the past, no production was able to afford all these three people on one film because they are so expensive that no production house could afford them. And so this was the first time you will see all these three stars coming together, and that is why the industry went crazy when this film was actually released.
Speaking of Leap, thinking of the dancing scene, that would be SS Rajamouli. So,
oh wow!
Yeah.
SS Rajamouli said that. Wow, that is fantastic. He, I become a quick fan of SS Rajamouli. He directed a film called RRR, which is a Tollywood film. It's really interesting. In India, they really have competing film industries. Rivalry between the two industries is actually made for better films. And I will say, I discovered RRR when it was number 3 at the box office, that this movie RRR suddenly is unleashed in the United States. And I went to see it on a whim based on a recommendation from a friend and noticing, like, how did this film, and the film just blew my mind. 3-hour, epic, very loosely based on 2 historical figures, and it has everything Hollywood movies wish they had today.
Because the visuals in this film are, as you've seen, absolutely over-the-top, maximalist epic. And these 2 characters have fire and water imagery, right? Our 2 protagonists are contrasted with the elemental forces that represent them. Beam is water and Raju is fire. And this imagery is thematic throughout the entire film and cleverly intertwined into each action sequence.
We had that on the bridge, right?
Exactly!
One of the guys dipped the flag in the water, the other guy swung into the fire.
Yes!
Wow!
And it's woven beautifully throughout the film. The setup for this, it's chef's kiss. It is truly impeccable.
Like throughout the movie, I'm sitting here like, wow. So this man, this Indian officer who jumped over barbed wire to capture this man and took on an entire sea of people, didn't get a promotion, but 3 other white men got a promotion. So when I saw that happen earlier in the movie, I was like, okay, I know what this is going to be about, and I really like where this is going, because it's just about oppression, you know? It is just a phenomenal film.
Where the brown people are the heroes,
Yeah.
and the white people are getting slaughtered by the 100 because they're the bad guy. Every movie in America, every terrorist movie, spy movie, it's always dark people that are getting Call of Duty, video game, always the dark guys and the white guys saviors. Or it's in a dark community, and this movie is unequivocally just, I'm going to show this movie to my children and be, look, it's people like us fighting against the white man. And that's important.
That
is important.
But you're like, the brown also. When they fight the whites, they're fighting for all of us.